Jeffrey is like the male version of the women who hate all men. He hates all women. He was given a choice to be better or to be bitter, and he chose to be bitter. Jeffrey jacks off to the girls who rejected him on Instagram. Those sluts, I hate them. They can't say no to me. They have to sleep with me. I don't care if that's someone's sister or daughter. I know, I'll send her a dick pic. That'll work. It doesn't work. Jeffrey is the type of guy who constantly sends abusive messages to your girlfriend or your sister. Don't be like Jeffrey. When I was a little younger, I never thought about the green or red flags to look out for. I'm not gonna lie, I just didn't have standards. I had been quite unattractive and awkward around girls that when I finally started to attract some women, I jumped straight in. But this is a huge problem that a lot of guys face. You have to have respect for yourself. I'd literally fall in love with girls that I just met from nightclubs and dirty university student parties. Let me describe these parties to you, these student parties, just so you know what kind of girl I was meeting as well as what kind of guy I was. You get to the student house at 10 p.m. and the girl who invited you hugs you. Okay, so far so good. You enter the kitchen and there's around 12 people here. Straight away you see a white guy smelling his keys. I wonder why he's smelling his key. Is it like a aftershave thing? Oh, there's a bunch of girls here and they're dressed pretty slutty. The music gets louder. The white guys are dancing to house music. The one black guy is your savior. He doesn't fit in either. Every time a new girl comes to the party, all the current girls scream in this high-pitched noise. Oh my God, Sarah! I haven't seen you since yesterday. Oh, did you get the cat? Why is everyone smelling their keys? And then you hear it. That's the sound of a balloon being filled up with laughing gas. And you hear the metal canister fall to the floor. It's a stampede. Soon everyone rushes to the person who's handing out balloons. Everyone's his best friend for the next 2 minutes. Just like everyone becomes your friend when you have chewing gum in school. You make eye contact with one of the girls. She'll suck your dick for a crumb of MDMA. Deal or no deal. That's the type of place I was meeting the love of my life from. Don't make the same mistake as me, bro. Understand the green flags of high quality women and always be on the lookout for them. Adonis expects only the best. He has ultra high standards for the women who enter his life. That makes him even more attractive. But it wasn't always like that. Adonis thinks back to his early adult years. Just like you, he made mistakes. He didn't have the experience or the wisdom to look out for the right green flags. But over time, Adonis became a fine judge of character, a very important skill indeed. Knowing what green flags to look out for can literally save you years of your life from dating the wrong girl. And imagine you could remember a bunch of these green flags in your mind. You could effortlessly navigate your way through your dating life. You'd know what you want. And it's so important for young men to have standards. You'll seem so different whilst all the other guys ragdoll themselves at girls like, please, 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 just a crumb of pussy. You'll be evaluating her just like she is with you. You'll be taking your time. You won't know straight away whether you like her or not. And that makes you so much more attractive to girls. And you might be thinking right now that this isn't that important because you're not really ready to start dating yet. Fair enough, focus on yourself. But you may as well keep these green flags in mind just in cases you come across any women. Green flag number 1, she has a great relationship with her father. Her relationship with her father is almost always similar to her relationship with men in general. The way that her father loved her as a child is the same type of love that she craves as an adult. So think about it. If her father loved her in a healthy, happy way, that's what she'll want from you. But if her father abused her or if her father left the home, generally that's similar to the type of relationship that she might get into as an adult. Green flag number 2, her parents are married and they're still in a loving relationship to this day. Marriage in the modern day isn't so great. Almost like half of marriages end in divorce. But if her parents got together like 20 years ago, it's a really good sign if they're still married and they're still in a loving relationship. Because couples can stay together but not in love. And your girl's understanding of love and intimacy comes from her parents. You want your girl to have seen like a long-lasting, healthy, happy love. Green flag number 3, you see a lot of attractive feminine traits in her mother. Generally, if you wouldn't date her mother, you shouldn't date her. Most people end up very similar to their parents. That's because that's how they were raised, and most people don't go through a drastic self-improvement change. So she is likely to end up pretty similar to how her mother is today. So ask yourself, would you date her mother if you were that age? Is her mother attractive? Does she look after herself by going to the gym? Is her mother feminine? Is she intelligent? Does she read books and does she grow, and is she nice? Is she a kind person? That's an awesome sign. Or perhaps is her mother undesirable? That's not a great sign. Green flag number 4, and an obvious one, she has a nice personality. Ask yourself, is this a kind person? She might be nice to you right now, but see how she interacts with other people. Is she rude to some people? Does she gossip about her friends and talk badly about them? Believe me when I say that she will do the same thing to you? Or does she talk nicely about people? Does she treat everyone with respect? She'll do the same to you. Green flag number 5, she's had none or very limited casual sex experiences. The number of hookups that a girl has had is like a symptom for how much of the "you go girl, blue pill" feminist narrative has went inside of her. Most men find that unattractive in a serious relationship, and her high body count literally increases her likelihood to cheat on you or to split up. If she's had a very limited amount of casual sex experiences like hookups and one-night stands, it shows that she's good at delaying gratification. Also that she's unlikely to have spent a lot of time in like the low quality, like sex orientated places like Tinder and nightclubs, or those student parties that we just talked about. Generally, if she has a low amount of hookups, she's probably come from a pretty good family with great values. Green flag number 6, she has high quality friends. If her friends genuinely seem like good girls, that's a huge benefit. Sometimes you'll date a girl and it seems like her friends are almost like a threat to your relationship because they're always trying to like encourage her to do bad habits. She of course has to be very similar to her friends to be friends with them. If her friends are educated with great values, that's an awesome sign. If they seem like low quality party girls who take a lot of drugs and they gossip and they're quite rude and they cheat on their boyfriends, what does that say about your girl?